Alright, so. Hello everyone, White Mage Serenia here, welcoming you to another random stream. This time we have the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Now, this game I'm currently streaming on Hitbox TV. However, I might actually do the same thing I did with To the Moon, where I download the stream and cut it up into chunks and post those to my main channel as well. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a game that I saw on Steam for a while, and it looked really good, but I never could afford it. And it just recently went on sale this weekend, and it was actually gifted to me by Neon Demon. So, I figured I would stream it tonight, and see how things go. So, hopefully, I can use my 360 controller, but we'll see. Frogwares. Focus Home Entertainment. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of like Phoenix Wright and other detective type stuff, so this should be fun. Doesn't mean I'm any good at it, I just like them. Out of the kids' attic, I mean. Adorable. I swear. But kid's gonna be a pest.
Ow! Ah!
Hey, at least it has subtitles.
What's
That's good.
this? No. Baba. Boop, boop. La la la.
What are you doing, kid?
Ah! Ooh. Oh, look! It's a book!
Oh no, not a book!
Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map. No, I don't think so. I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898, when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
Oh boy. Wow, the graphic style sure changed
Watson,
rapidly.
my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson, and believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
Ah, you see, but you do not observe, Watson. There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
Makes
A
sense
matter
to me.
of course. In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, The robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now disappeared.
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
Alright, now. Alright, good, I can use my controller. I need to do something here. Wait. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's the sound. Okay, good. Okay. What? No, I actually wanted to turn that down. Damn you. Oh. That's goofy. But alright. That is goofy. Freaking goofy. Okay, so I can change the difficulty at will. That's good to know. But I'm keeping it on normal. Alright. We're on the broken showcase mod. Oh, and that would be right here. Okay.
This window was cut with a diamond. A clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
You can always interact with A. After a clue is examined, the icon will turn green. Please move Sherlock Holmes near the left window, and you should see 2 clues simultaneously. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Kaylin.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced. A mark, undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
Go to the chimney and you will see the hand icon on the magnifying glass. Take it by pressing A. Okay. You will do so. But, see it? Over here, I think that... Ish. No, that's the one. You can always examine or activate any of your items in your inventory by pressing Y. Kidoki den. Near the piano, some music scores are on the floor. You can activate them in your... Alright. Oh, there we go. I see how you do that.
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano.
That's kind of cool.
These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
Okay, let's try first-person view. So I don't know why I'm in first-person view. Game, can you please tell me? Hey, what's this? Oh, the right trigger. I can... Oh, that's quite a jaunty sprint there, Sherlock. It will show you a hint not discovered yet. Oh, right here.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Oh.
These documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself.
Oops. That's right there. That's what...
Candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier. Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a dead fish floating on the surface. The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
Footprints? You are not going to get on your knees to examine them?
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
Hey, freaking metronome. Wait. Yes, I know I can move.
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
Wait a...
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
Okay.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
Okay. Oh, there's a screen.
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
Draft. That's a weird way to spell draft, but alright. I'll take it. Oh, right.
Strange. There aren't any prints. Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
Alright.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. You're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
We have retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped
Caitlin, you
before
still
the
there?
servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I'm pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then. Explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
And a trained monkey at that, without a doubt, a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America. The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle. Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson. A poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium, where they remain now.
Well.
Marquis, here is your necklace. Intact. Just a little wet.
Mr.
Welcome
Holmes,
back, Halen.
This brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it.
Yeesh.
Good. I will return.
Neon got it for me this weekend.
And
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marcus. Well done again, Mr. Holmes.
there, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Indeed.
Very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
But I already said it at the start of this, so I'll say it again. I actually found, well, yeah, I can't remember if I found it or if Neon found it. I can't remember, but I know we were looking for games that were based on, like, puzzles and detective work and stuff, because Neon and I were having a discussion over Phoenix Wright. This was, like, way at the beginning of this year, and one of us came across this game, and it's been in my wish list ever
This
since.
morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Ah, so
Read
it's doing
before
that.
you leave. It's outrageous.
If you
Ah,
insist.
so it's doing for you what it did for me when I was watching your stream the other day.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks.
I'm
dreadfully.
alright.
And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that rag?
Alright, that's actually a good place to do this. Now, 1 second. Alright.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
I'm sorry to hear that, Caitlin.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness?
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage.
Talkie-talkies. I actually got account owned this morning. It sucked. And my money's still not on my account yet, so I can't pay for it. Ah! Oh well. Hopefully it'll be there tomorrow. But, yeah. My account ran out. 14, Kaylin. 14. Yeah, it's fine though. It's totally fine because before I got account owned, we actually cleared turn 5 for the first time, so that was fun.
Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewelry?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector?
Be my guest.
Very well.
What do you think, Holmes? What do you think? What do you think, Holmes?
Nope, Joe's already beat it. Alright, so I guess we gotta examine this thing. Oh, I can rotate. Awesome. Wait, one of the jewels is out of place.
This
Bam!
pearl is a different color.
Alright, and... oh, wait, right up here, too.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality.
Uh-huh. And... oh. Oh, a smaller one right there. I didn't see that. There we go.
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done
we
so.
made up our
Now
own party.
It is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
We didn't get
You
a
may
chance to go with
accompany
your
Watson, if you care to do
your
so.
FC.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector. You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
You can control Dr. Watson. Yay. Toby. Wait. Anyway.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things.
What'd you do?
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters. Hospitals and dispensaries in London. Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else.
Okay then. Ah.
General practitioner? That won't be of any use to me. The harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. A horrible murder.
I'm probably the worst assistant right now.
Here is where I write my stories about Holmes's cases. And I've got work to do.
It's like, bring me that map. No, let me check everything else first. Oh, right, I can do the jaunty sprint thing. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Where is the map of London? Is this it? No, that... Okay. Oops. Oh, here it is.
I have found your map.
The police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think.
Oh!
I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
I'm sorry, Phelan.
Appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
What?
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave. And not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help.
Yep.
If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know
Why, you have it too,
I'm going to
Karen?
call the police, whether you like it or not.
It would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one, therefore we must not overlook the slightest detail.
What
Yes,
console do you have it on?
I am
Because it doesn't
keeping
say
a
you have it on
meticulous
Steam.
set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Make the right deductions based on the facts you have. Oh, God. Let's see. Bishop didn't own anything of value, not even in the safe. That's a lot of stuff I can investigate.
A broken phial and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew. Chemical components, I think.
This stove is filled to overflowing. There is blood on this paperweight.
Well, it should still be on sale right now.
A
Well,
broken bottle of
maybe.
whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety.
It might have ended just today. Holy crap, dude. Look at... Wow. When they said mutilated, they weren't kidding. Oof.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood.
And yeah, I know,
It
Caitlin.
would seem
I know.
that the brutes who tortured the Bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
But, you know me, I gotta thoroughly check everything first.
I am missing some information. Impossible to open it. These traces reveal that the thieves tried to open this chest. I am missing... Reverend, I'm missing something. An implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No! Go to the devil!
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Well, you could consider Sherlock as a representative of the law, dude. I have a knife. I stab you.
You have no right to search here. You have no...
Yes, I have no.
You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth.
His chest has been lacerated, I would
Oh.
say, with a very sharp and fine blade.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
Oh, that is
My dear
gross.
friend, everything points to this man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes. His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers. The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
I already
You-
did that, Caitlin.
But what does it matter, Holmes?
These burns are terrible. A finger. Apparently it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Oh,
How
God.
dreadful.
I found a freaking finger. Are you serious?
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Oh boy, this is grisly. Already checked that, already checked that. Oh. Wait. Alright.
Something is missing here.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
What do you think, Holmes?
You have no right to... You have no...
That... Not there.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson. Footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes, if you know how to make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police.
Okay, so how am I supposed to know?
Size 9.
So that would be what Sherlock.
Size 9.
I don't know on this
Size
one.
9.5. Nothing of interest. Size 9.5. Size 9. Size 9.
Okay, so they're all size 9 by the look of it.
This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe. A fragment of stone. Peculiar. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail boots like well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles.
Okay, well, let's look at the questions. How many criminals were there? Now that I'm not sure.
I need something.
There were 3?
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks.
All the men left the room jumping on one leg. One man was carried so as to not leave any footprints. One man left the room wearing different shoes. One man joined those who were already in the room. I think this seems about right.
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
You got a new one. Hey, that's a
This
belt.
metal rod is for fastening the chilies. It's a cilice designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance.
Oh.
A whip?
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation. This very pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
Wow. Okay then. I still don't have that.
The
That's what I
picture of
wanted.
Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
What else do I need to examine here?
This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Well, it's
The
still worth
bishop's
investigating.
bedroom. It is very austere. Nothing in particular here.
Oh my lord, there's no way I could stomach sleeping in
It
a
is
room that
impossible
small.
to get out.
That would be like, no, thank you. Yeah, boy.
Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson.
Finger.
You have no...
You know.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I cannot leave now.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. Lols. Here, I have a finger for you.
You have no right...
This stone...
You have no...
I'll use the rock.
I am missing some information.
No, you're not.
I
have a
need
rock.
something.
You have a rock! Ah. Yeah, I figured as much. I was just playing with it. Oh, here we go.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood. There isn't any doubt. The wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel.
Indeed. That's what I was thinking, too. Alright. Let's see. That's an organ. That's statues. Alright.
You have no right to search here.
Well, I've already searched almost everything, dude. So I don't think you have any point in saying that anymore. Alright, so I know... So there's nothing in here by the look of it again. I just decided to go back in there. This is taking far too long. Let's see.
A broken...
I already checked that.
There is blood on this paperweight. This paperweight was used to crush the victim's fingers.
I've already examined all the doors. Unless there was another door in here. No. And I already checked this door, but I'll check it again.
Closed.
Let's see. Now.
I cannot leave now.
Yeah. So there's no other doors in here, to my knowledge. Unless... No? Oh, I see pins right there, but I can't examine them for some reason.
The picture of...
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name...
And I know you said something about sending this guy out with Watson's, but I don't know how to do that.
What should we do next?
I like how I can go back and read this stuff just in case I missed something. The bishop's shoes are missing, which leads... I will try that in just a second. Bishop didn't own anything of value. The veranda wasn't searched. Murderers were looking for something specific. That's what I'm guessing. No? No, well, I'll say that. And then... I'm gonna say Bishop's murder was probably hired by someone. That's what I'm guessing. Murderers were unable to open the safe. Bishop was mortifying himself. Flask. The broken flask has some blood on it. And so they tortured with the broken glass. That's what I would deduce.
What do you think? What do you think, Holmes? What should we...
I'm hitting A.
I cannot leave.
What should we do next?
Anyway.
What do you think, Holmes?
You have no right to...
Yeah, I know. That's... Look.
What do you think, Holmes?
Told you.
Closed.
Oh, hi, I can... Oh, never mind, it tricked me again. Alright. I'm liking it so far. I'm a little confused, though. Because I don't see anything else I can examine right now. And that's kind of bothersome. Wait, why is this the only candle lit right now? That's strange. See, there's pins right here that I'm gonna need. I just don't know how to access them.
You have no right to
Can't
search
get this
here.
guy to leave, and I can't
What should
switch to
we do?
him. Like, I don't know, man. Let's see. Let me look at the controls. Maybe there's something I missed. Reset, main menu. No? I'm sorry, Neon. Did I not make the right deductions? Maybe that's it. I'd say they were hired by someone. Damn. What? I've already tried to open this 1 billion times.
These traces reveal that the thieves tried to open this chest. Impossible to open it. Impossible to open it.
I would rather not, Kalen.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland.
The Bishop of...
Let's look down here again. Maybe I missed something here.
A whip?
No. It's a...
Like, last 20 or 30 minutes. I hope I'm not, like, glitched or something, because I don't think I've missed anything. I have no idea. It's the deductions? Alright. Well, I can... Alright, so, oh. Okay, so these are the ones that I'm probably messed. Yeah. Alright, so how do I know when I've got the right ones then? Oh. Oh, like that. Okay. What? Yeah, I can see that, but for whatever reason, they're not turning green for me no matter what option I select. What? See, I don't have those actions yet. So I might not have enough to make all the deductions then. So, in other words,
Closed.
I basically think I need to make this guy leave, but I don't know how. So I don't have all the information, and I can't get the pens, I can't get the guy to leave, I might be glitched. Because I've examined everything at least 5 times now. Here's the thing, though. Look. This is all I have on the second page. I need to access the trunk first. I might be glitched, like I said. Wait. Even though I've already examined this picture, I can examine it again now. It's blue.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry.
The Bishop of...
Never mind. I was deceived. Yeah, I've already examined everything to my knowledge, and I've examined it like 5 times now. Alright, let's bring out the magnifying glass. Don't have it. Alright. Even though clearly he pulled it out earlier.
What do you think, Holmes?
I cannot...
God, this sucks.
I am... These... I am missing some impossible to open.
You have no right.
What should we do?
You have
Alright. Well,
This...
maybe I missed something on this part. Even though this guy's really gross right now. Nothing there. Already examined that, already examined that. Yep. Ugh. Okay, nothing. Already examined that. Already examined there. Yeah. Already examined all that. Wait! I might be missing something now to look at this, because look, if I examine here, the midsection is green, but if it's here, no, it's green there too. But it's blue on the legs. That means I might have missed something on the legs. No. Already examined that. Something tells me it's going to be that bottle cap right there. So I already examined the feet. No. Over there. Aha!
This
There it
poor
is.
man was tied just below the knee.
I thought I examined that already,
Walking,
though.
certainly, but mostly to free his feet.
My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
There we go. Now I have the deductions page. Oh, I don't. Thought I would have. Oh, yeah, I do. Right there. Was savagely tortured. Resisted torture. They didn't get what they wanted. Hey, alright. No. Yeah, came back for his shoes. No. Wrong person. Took the murderers by surprise. Clergy? Weren't looking for something specific.
You have no...
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Okay. So it's this page right here that I'm not doing right, then. Ugh. There we go.
Perfect. It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go. Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation.
Okay, for some reason, this stopped scrolling down. Voop. I said voop. There. Now that probably means I can examine everything again. Oh no, never mind. But I still can't examine those pins. Is there anything in here that I can examine now that I couldn't examine before? Nope.
I need something.
Guess I gotta find the keys to the veranda first. Can't examine the dead body anymore.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
Save? Alright. It auto-saves, but alright.
It's a Silice.
Yeah, again. Oh, wait. Oh, right. I have that on me already.
This lock should be easy.
Okay, whoa. Ah. Okay, oop. Wait. Oh, I get it. I think. Right? No? I have no idea what I would assume I need to make it... Yeah, be something like that, maybe. Right? I don't know what the pattern is, though. I don't see it. I would only imagine that I need to get it to go right there in the vertical, but I don't know. Yeah, I figured it was up top, but I can't get it to go just right. Oh! Oh, thank you. I get it now. Alright. I'm an idiot sometimes. Okay, so it's like that. Like that? No? I didn't even see that. Now I've just got to figure out exactly how to get it to go that pattern. No, no. That looks about right. Oh, there we go. Like that, maybe? You didn't have to link that.
There we are. It is simplicity itself. There isn't anything much in this room. It must be used as a reading or meditation room. An ink stain, quite fresh. This stain is just on the edge of the rug. Let's see. There is nothing on the floor, yet the ink must have soaked through the rug.
That is bizarre.
This inkwell was tipped over recently.
Ah, the rug was turned around.
An ink stain. The ink stain on the floor comes from the ink on the rug, but they are not in the same place. Someone has moved the rug recently.
Yeah, Neon?
Apparently, someone wanted to hide this statue. This horse resembles a large chess piece. There is a message underneath this statue. Let's see.
What a lack of imagination. Use your passion for chess. The last square on which the knight will place himself after having covered all the other places will be the right one. I love you.
This message was written by a woman, but for whom was it intended? Interesting, this chess game.
I know that's going to be used for the... What?
That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard. That is curious. I need some.
Okay. So I need... If you know anything about chess, I think they move in an L. So here, and then here, maybe? No. I have... Yeah. Well, I can move it around all on this all day, for days. Unless I'm supposed to just simply mark everything on the board. That might be it. Who knows? Because I surely don't know anymore. Just gonna keep trying till we run out of cake. That's the way I look at it.
That's not right. Start again.
Alright, it said the last... Let me look at this again. The last square on which the knight will place himself after having covered all the others. Ah, that's what okay. I figured it out. I do have to cover every single square. And the thing only moves in an L. Really? Why do you keep doing that, Caitlin? I like figuring these out by myself. You're doing that way too fast. Ugh. But thank you. Anyways, since I have access to that, might as well use it. Alright. Yeah, then this one. Then this. Then this. And then this. And then this. There we go.
This last piece should be the good one. It will have to be pulled free. I need some.
Right, pulled free. That means I'm gonna need something like...
I need.
Nope.
I need.
Nope.
I need.
Nope.
I need.
Yeah, a finger's not gonna do it. Ah, the knife. Okay. 24th of April. My love, what a beautiful spring. And what a marvelous day. Our youngest child's birthday. Every moment is so precious as our child blossoms, and precious as our child Precious as our child blossoms, and without a doubt he will soon be talking. I am sure that his first words will be for you. He misses you so much, as do I. Are you sure you could not get away on Sunday after Vespers? I thought that... something. My darling, I know that you think I am insistent, but we absolutely must legitimize our union. We cannot live in sin all our lives. Oh boy. Rest assured, my dear, that I understand your position is not easy. But have you thought about ours? The children and mine? And I cannot allow our children's future to be compromised. Think about it, my love. What is a so-called scandal next to the well-being of your family? We must become husband and wife legally to finally form a real fam.
A packet of letters. addressed to the Reverend. They were written by a woman who mentions his illegitimate children. Their affair isn't official. Perfect. I have you now, my wayward Reverend.
Okay, so now then, I need... Was that everything I can examine in here? It might have been. And I kind of wish that the Phoenix Wright games played like this too, Neon. That would have been cool.
Ah, Watson, you were gone a terribly long time, and Inspector Baines isn't with you.
I'm afraid not, Holmes. We were unable to find him.
Dr. Watson would not allow me to contact any inspector other than this Baines. What manners! I am a man of the church.
My dear Reverend, I notice that you are a chess lover. I trust you will excuse me, but I am never able to resist the appeal of a half-finished game.
You are an expert at chess. Very well, then. What do you want now?
As you might have guessed, resolving your small chess problem has allowed me to discover some very interesting letters.
Letters? What do they say?
Reverend, why hide these letters here and run the risk of the bishop finding them?
Holmes, what's in the letters?
Though to be fair, that would have been a hard puzzle to figure it out on my own. I would have eventually
Where
got
else
it,
could I
but,
have hidden them?
you know.
My own chambers are too austere. They could offer no cover. I knew, however, that His Excellency, may he rest in peace, would not notice my game.
The contents of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's chest interest me greatly. Give me the elements you hold, Reverend.
Out of the question.
With the bishop no more, you are therefore the apostolic director of the diocese, are you not?
Well, yes, but only until someone else is appointed.
I am certain that the Honourable Bishop of York, whom I have the privilege of knowing well enough for him to listen to what I have to say, would recognize your qualities for the post.
If I receive new responsibilities, it will be through my faith and devotion, nothing else.
I am a gentleman, and it would distress me to be obliged to pass this correspondence across to your superiors.
Holmes, I know that the end justifies the means, but allow me to express some reservations about how you are proceeding.
You say you're a gentleman, but I hear nothing but the words of a blackmailer. The stems that you are looking for are scattered about this room. Manage by yourself. You have no
right to search here. I knew those were going to come in handy. Anyway. Oh wait, the chest is right here. Duh. So I have 3 pins with which to work with. And I have no idea. Let's do a Triforce. Ah. Wait, I can only use 2 of the pins? What? I'm so confused.
Impossible to open it.
Ah.
You have no right to search here.
Though it kind of bugs me that I didn't get to talk to him about corruption. Ah, there's a pin right there. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm going to need to fill every one of those squares then. Either that, or there's only 3 pins to work with. But I'll look around nonetheless. Well, I only have 4, so there's 3 somewhere else. Alright, so back to the veranda then. Yep, there's 2 more of that there. And I need 1 more pin. Let's see now. I need to find more pins. Where could you be, my little pin? Yeah, because that's only 6 right there. Okay, so that means there might be 1 more in here somewhere then. Or not. The veranda? That's the ink stain. Ah! Right there.
You have won.
Evidently, as I always do. What are you able to tell us about the Bishop of Knightsbridge's last
Nice.
days?
I managed to
Did
find it on
anyone
my
come
own.
to visit him? Did he seem worried, anxious? Do not omit the smallest detail.
His nephew came to see him yesterday at His Excellency's request. I found this visit a little peculiar because the young man rarely visits his uncle.
Do you know why that might be? Were they on bad terms?
I don't think so. It's rather a consequence of his work. The young man is employed within the archives section of the Royal Library, which doesn't leave him with a lot of free time.
Do you know the reason for his summons?
No, but the conversation was very heated. It only lasted for a few minutes and ended with the nephew in a terrible rage.
Interesting.
I've answered your questions. Will you now let me contact the authorities?
I'm afraid not, Reverend. Not just yet. All right,
Sherlock's
now
a
we can
dick.
open the safe.
But then again, having the police around would complicate things for sure.
All right, now we can open the safe.
Alright, so now I have all 7 pins. Now the question is, how the hell do I place them? Well, process of elimination. Hey, wait, why does it keep moving my pins around? Why can't it... I don't get it. The only way I can solve a puzzle is if I have all the information. And apparently I don't have all the information. Jeez.
You have no right to...
Yeah, I know I have no right to search there.
All right, now we can...
What? Oh, I get it! I get it. Wait, no, I don't. What? What? Okay. I thought I got it. It's only letting me put 4 pins. And sometimes they move on their, I don't get it. Why does it keep letting me move that 1 pin instead of bringing in more? It's so weird. See, now it brought in more. What? If I understood what I was doing, then I could figure it out, but...
These traces reveal...
Alright. I think what has to happen... See, now... What? Okay, this is confusing. This really, truly is confusing. Is there maybe something I can examine that would tell me? Oh, we already did all that. Alright, well, I guess we just need to have all the pins in here somehow.
Impossible to open it.
Okay. Alright. No. Oh! It doesn't look like they can cross each other's path. Yeah. Yeah, see, because as soon as I did that... Alright. Oh, yeah! I'm getting it! Awesome! For the most part here. And then... No. Yeah? Awesome! Alright, so that means... Here? Nope, because that sent 2 of them back. Nope, that sent 2 of them back. Nope, that sent 2 of them back. God damn. But I'm catching on. I'm understanding now, for the most part. Essentially... Wait a minute. Hold up. I think I see the pattern. White. Or, I mean, black. White. Black. White. Oops. Go up there. Black. White. And then black. White. And then... black. Okay, so they can't cross these. And they can't cross these. Alright. So that means I need to find a place where these are not going to cross diagonally to one another, as well as fit in place. So here? Nope. Here? No. Let's see. Yeah. So put that there. Put that there. Ah. No. It's gotta be... No. Here. No. Okay. No. Because that would kill that one. Okay, so they can't be adjacent and they can't be diagonal from one another. And as long as on the same color grid. That's what I've... Wait, how did that... What? Whenever I think I've got something going, it freaks out again. Oh my god, I've just cleared the board. Alright, that one. That one. That one. That one. And then... that one. Nope. Back up there. That one. Yes. That one. Yeah. Okay, now we just need one more spot where they're not going to intersect one another. And I think I've spotted it. Nope. Uh-huh. Would have to be... No. Ah! Every time! Ah. Wow, okay, start over. Put it there, there, there? Nope. There. Yeah, I'm starting to understand this puzzle now. Took me a bit, but I'm starting to get it. We'll start there then. And then... there. There. Here? Damn it. Put you back up there and put it there. Put you back there. There. Put you back there. Jeez. There. Okay. And then, because they can't intersect, they can't be close to one another, and they can't be diagonal on the same color. And they have to occupy a spot in every single spot. Okay, so see, if I try to place it there, it'll move... Like, if I try to use the bottom corner, it'll move this one to the bottom corner because it's adjacent on this black row, on the diagonal. And it'll also take out that one there and that one there. Okay, so now I need to find a way to put a thing here so it's not adjacent to anything. As well as... here. So these two rows here. But where? Because if I put it here, it's just going to move this one. If I put it here, same deal. If I put it here, it's going to get rid of this one. Put it here, it's going to take this one. Okay. Then I can Put one here. Okay. And then that means that I should be able to put a black... No, because that... No. Here? Maybe? No. Here. No, because it's... It'll take that one. God, this is rough. But I understand kind of how to do it. I just gotta get the right squares. Try that one and then that one. And then... Here. Okay. And then we need a white one. So... No, because that's vertical. Can't be vertical, can't be horizontal, and it cannot be diagonal from one another. Alright, so... That means the only other option is right here. Yes. And then that leaves the bottom 3 rows to work with. And I can't have it on... Well, can I? Yeah, I can. Oh, so it doesn't have to alternate black, white, black, white. I just have to... I getcha. They just can't be adjacent or horizontal or diagonal. So in other words, since I have nothing on this row, yes! And that means that now all I gotta do is find the last one here. But I've got something in every row though, except for right here. However, this one's on the diagonal, so I can't put it there. So I'll just do that, and that leaves me with 1. And let me see. And that spot, nope, not there. Nope, nope. Only logical space it could be. Nope. Okay, that means I have to... I'll move you, and that took out those 2 for some stupid reason. Alright, so I'll put 1 here, yes. And... Let's see. Aha! No. Shit. I gotta... Every time I think I find it, it's not there. Nope, nope. Okay, so where can I put this one? Because if I put it here, it's gonna just delete every other piece. Alright, let's start that one over. There. There. And then here. Okay. And then here. Yeah. And then here. Oh. Get back there. This might take a while. I could skip the puzzle, but I'm not gonna. You're not gonna do it, Captain. Just not. Okay, so that satisfies that. Alright, so now I just need to find a place on this row where nothing's going to intersect on the diagonal on the whites or on the diagonal on the blacks and satisfies this placement on the board. And I think... Nope. I almost had it. Okay, so that means this is the only logical spot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's nothing down here, and there's nothing this way. I think I've got it.
Now I can open
Yes!
the chest. Here we are.
Got it.
I am eager to discover what remarkable treasure could justify such an act of barbarity.
Extraordinary.
This chest is impenetrable. How is it possible? No one other than the bishop should be able to open it.
You open the chest with disconcerting ease, Holmes.
I've seen and heard quite enough. This time you won't stop me.
Catch him, Watson.
That's an alternative way to
But
do it,
why?
though. Mine was
What,
completely
Watson?
different, so that's cool. And that's why I like solving puzzles on
He's
my own.
escaped. I hope that your motivations are founded, Holmes. I don't much like skirting around the edges of the law like this.
It is annoying. Let's leave without delay.
What have you found in the chest, Holmes? What in there is so precious for these men to commit such terrible acts?
The Reverend was telling the truth. Nothing important was locked inside the chest, apart from a few religious items which are hardly worth stealing.
So, We haven't made any headway. Perhaps the police will.
By the time the police arrive, we shall be a long way from here, Watson. We are leaving.
Oh, man. Alright, well, I guess all I can do is leave. I like how the game keeps telling me I can run. That's confusing. Yeah, it is faster than walking, you're right.
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabbie out of my own pocket.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's...
Sherlock's a dick. Huh? Ugh.
Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. I can see something. Tooth marks.
That's a scalpel.
I can't do that.
You can't brush.
I can't do that.
Burn the finger.
I can't do that.
Wash it.
Tooth marks, rather deep.
Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Well, let's see. Analyze the clues. Alright.
Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. Fragments of skin. A phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off. It was ripped off.
Ugh. Disgusting.
Tooth mark.
Bite marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery. I can't do that.
I can't do that.
There is something written on this scalpel. I should clean it. I can't do that. Ah, I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel. I have cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough.
Yeah, burn the rope with acid. That'll work totally, right?
This rope is only worn on one side.
Oh, there's scissors right there. I'll probably need those later.
I need something.
What do you need?
I can't do that.
Yeah, you don't need the scalpel, I would imagine.
A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth. This rope. I must compare the samples of earth that I found.
Alright.
I must compare this. And if I mix this earth with another substance...
Acid?
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Well, water then.
Now it must all be stirred.
Stirred with a brush, I guess.
I can't...
Oh, the scalpel.
The samples
Okay.
of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out.
the
The
Thames.
nearest mines are a dozen miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit. This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to
I'm
be of
kind
a
of liking this
peculiar
investigation
quality.
style.
I shall have to strip it with one of my products.
That's where the acid comes in.
This stone appears to be the same as those found within the rope's fibers. This stone is granite, covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place.
This is
Watson,
kinda
bring me
cool.
your
I'm
register
liking
of the
this.
London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then.
Indeed.
I'll get it.
Oh, I'm controlling Dr. Watson now.
Have you found your book?
I still say Sherlock was a bit of a dick.
Read the paper, Holmes. And this is how my... Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
Female anatomy. General...
John T. Run.
I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
I thought that's what I did.
I have...
Good.
Holmes's homemade analyzer.
Holmes's homemade analyzer. Alright then.
I have found...
Good.
Okay. Huh.
I have...
Good.
I have...
Good.
Oh, might help if I
Here
actually
is the section
select the book.
showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis. I need something.
The rope is worn on one side. That's what I would guess on that. The damp earth brought in by the bishop of the Nitro's killer. And we said soil was from a pit. Road used to lower something in a pit.
I am missing some information. Okay,
so I can't use that yet. Okay, the fragments of granite painted black. Fragment comes from a monument painted black. This fragment is from a painted rock. Fragment comes from a granite wall painted black. I would say this. The earth and the fragment of granite came from a building. From a pit near the monument. From a cave. That's what I would imagine. Oops. Granite come from a building undergoing repairs. Come from a tombstone factory. I don't think so. It'd probably be this. And then...
I am missing some information. I am missing... I am missing...
So I probably have these wrong then. Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
This fragment comes from a monument painted black. Nope. The rope is manufactured by the worn side. I don't think so. The rope is always used from the same side. Let's try that. The rope is used in a well. Perhaps. Though I'm pretty sure it's for lowering into a pit. Pretty sure those two are correct. The earth rope and fragment of granite came from a tombstone factory. Possibly. I'm a little stumped. Let's see. Oh, of course. Okay, I got all those right then. Got that one right. Ah. That's one of the ones I got wrong.
Now I
There
can
we
make
go.
the right decision.
I was close. I had it pretty much. I just needed to change these two. And this one.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
Hi! You can actually look down in the street and see people. That's cool. I like it when games do that. Yes, I get it. I can run. Jeez.
I need... No, I can analyze the chemical composition of a substance here. No. No.
Welcome back.
I haven't finished.
No idea what I'm doing here.
I must analyze the...
To analyze the evidence, add liquid from the test tube. Use all active agents to work out all of its characteristics. Okay.
I must
Okay, so 3 each of those. Alright. I saw... Wait, what color? Oh.
I haven't finished.
Alright, I think I get it. I think I understand how to do this. Just reset that. Okay, so the orange liquid. The first one on the list. We see 2 green, 1 brown, and 1 water. Alright. Oops. 2 green, 1 brown, 1 water, like I said. Wait. Oh, let's reset that. Alright. Yeah, 1 brown, 2 green, 1 water. Looking thing. Okay. Yep, that's right. Okay. Rotate. Now we're on the blue. That I see 3 brown and 2 silver. Yep. Okay, moving on to the green. And I see 3 silver, 2 brown. Awesome. There we go. Then over here with the yellow, we now have 2 green, 1 water. Okay, so... Yep. And then finally, for the red, 3 green, 3 brown. Sweet.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Well, at least now we understand how he might have bit that guy's finger off. Ugh. Didn't even think that was possible.
Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
I control Dr. Watson again. Woohoo! But this level of investigation is pretty freaking sweet, man.
General.
I don't know why it keeps going into first-person view, though. Which, I mean, technically, I guess that is a little easier to see stuff. Let's see. Though, in truth, I'll probably stop here shortly. Because I kind of want to go back to playing FF3. But this is fun. I'm loving it so far. I really, truly am. Because it feels great when I figure stuff out, you know? All I know is if I end up downloading this from Firefox later, I'm going to have to, like... Silver earring? What is silver earring? Found guilty of the following charges: poisoning, attempted poisoning, theft, and receiving chemical substances, murdered and attempted murder, kidnapping with aggravated circumstances, cruelty to animals, hit and run, illegal use of chemicals, manipulation of the weak, drunk in charge. History and description of the individual. Despite numerous mental problems and neuroses, Hans Schillmann is an exceptional chemist and an equally remarkable mathematician. At the age of 21, his unstable and violent character resulted in his expulsion from the University of Vienna, where he had excelled in his chosen subjects. After being expelled, he was not heard of again for 4 years. He was captured and arrested in June 1864 during the case number X2552A, the Stuttgart poisoning, in which he was the principal suspect. He escaped before being sentenced and vanished again. A number of elements suggested that he had found refuge in London. An investigation undertaken by Scotland Yard found him living under the stolen identity of one Leonardo Itizia. However, the officer who came to arrest him were poisoned and he escaped once again. Our informers picked up his trail again in 1880, at an ancient factory converted into a clandestine chemical laboratory. Schillmann was absent during the search. From the documents found inside the laboratory, we learned that he had a diabolical plan in mind. His goal was to poison the drinking water reservoirs in several parts of the city. To this day, his motives remain unclear. His arrest on 5/5/1888 was due entirely to chance. He was recognized by a police officer while stumbling around in a state of inebriation, shouting of his intention to poison the entire city. None of the interrogations following his arrest have provided any conclusive information. Hans Schillmann broke his silence only with incoherent comments. So can I.
There's no point.
Oh, there's Sherlock.
According to these documents, Hans Schillmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schillmann tomorrow.
All right. Got something in my eye. Anyway. Violin. A grandfather clock pigeons. Okay, so I can't use anything else here. Alright, Alright, so I'm guessing I have to go to my map then. No? Alright, we'll go to the other bedroom then. Huh? My sixth sense dinged. I'm in Watson's room. Oh, right. Finger. The bishop went mad. That's the only thing that can be. Let's see.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives
God,
in Kensington.
Holmes is
Does
a
he
dick.
live alone?
Yes, but he went to the roof of an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes. No one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course...
Watson, why did you keep
I'm
working for
falling asleep,
Holmes?
Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
You know what? I kind of share the same sentiment as Holmes there. I've never
Wow,
been...
this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
Ah, I want to listen to.
You mean you haven't been listening this whole time, kid?
My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop for now, guys. It's been fun so far. So I'm going to stop now before I try to tackle those branching 3 paths. But for now, like I said, I think this is a good place to stop. And I don't know, I might download... Why did I just save again? Anyway, I might send this over to Firefox. Well, send it over to my YouTube, which I'm going to do anyway. And then, like, download it and maybe post it to my main channel after I edit it, of course. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop for now, guys, so I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I know I have. Anyway, we'll see you again, guys. Take care.